It's Madden NFL 24. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. And it's all up next.
On a gorgeous late summer afternoon, it is time for football here at Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by my partner Charles Davis. Charles, these Browns, no other way to say it, they took a step back last year. Now, what do you think that they need to do to get back to the playoffs while competing in a tough AFC North?
They need to get back to the identity that their head coach established a couple of seasons ago. A hard running game, consistent play from their quarterback, and then they have new management on the defensive side of the ball. They'll try and get after you in the pass rush.
Meanwhile, the Titans last year, they were one of those strange statistical anomalies, CD. When you look at their defense, they were the best in football, #1 overall against the run, but worst in the league, number 32 against the pass.
And part of the reason they were #1 against the run, the struggles they had slowing people down through the air, so people threw it and threw it and threw it and had great success. And a team that should have been in the playoffs last year somehow managed to miss it.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from Cleveland. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans ready to take over on offense for the first time, and it is the now 35-year-old Ryan Tannehill who leads them out in his 12th NFL campaign.
Those who expected Ryan Tannehill to go quietly into the night after the Titans drafted Will Levis, well, they clearly don't know this man well at all. He's a fighter and former comeback player of the year and expects to have his best season yet as a pro in this campaign.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Tannehill. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the 3-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his 2nd season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
Just 6 games played for Watson in his debut season with the Browns, which really limited how much he could step into the franchise quarterback role for the team. But he gets a full slate to do so this season. Remember, his last year in Houston, over 4,800 yards. They expect excellence from him.
Now a first down throw. Watson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. Second and a yard. Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. To throw is Watson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a second and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Not too much to show you in terms of scoring plays. In fact, there's nothing to show you. A scoreless tie here at the half. Both of these defenses have been outstanding thus far.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
Watson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now the NFL's third leading rusher last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Watson. A quick throw there is incomplete. Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Now Watson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line.
Party, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's go to work. It's about that time. That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. We gotta be big time.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This is 1st and 10. One last throw here for Tannehill. That throw right side here going to be incomplete. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say? It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your